All right, so it is officially that time of the week again. We've got ourselves a brand new update, which of course that means that we are going to be doing a full guide video going over every single little detail. Now, of course, as I'm sure you guys already expected, this week is going to be a little bit of a smaller update. It does kind of seem like this is more of a second sea focused content update, which is kind of interesting because it introduces 2 brand new rods for not a major update. Either way, we're going to get right into this. If you guys enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. But here we go, man. As you guys can see, we are at the Isles of New Beginnings in the second sea. Although I mentioned before that technically there is 2 brand new rods, there also is a brand new island. To get more of a backstory, as well as to be able to unlock this, we need to talk to the crazy man over here and start up his entire quest line. When you talk to him, he says, wait, I don't feel it yet, something's missing. The whale, the great whale, only she can take us there. Once she appears, the journey begins. But be careful, she shows up when you least expect it or when no one's watching. Now, that's pretty much where he leaves us, and not really too much context on how exactly we're going to get this whale to spawn. Now, although this does seem fairly easy, which kind of just wait until the whale spawns and then it takes you to Treasure Island, it's actually not that easy. The only way that this whale will basically spawn is if you are able to naturally get a tornado to spawn. As soon as you manage to get that tornado to spawn in the second sea, then you basically have 5 minutes to make your way over here and get on the whale. At which point, after the 8 minutes, the whale will leave the Isles of New Beginnings and take you to the Treasure Island. Now, as you can see right over here, the whale is kind of hard to miss. There's literally no way for you to be able to miss it. But either way, once you've gone ahead and taken the whale, you have now arrived to Treasure Island. To get back, it's actually pretty simple. You just walk over here and click on leave. But yeah, as soon as you get here, you're going to see this giant mountain of treasure here, and you've basically now made it onto the brand new island. Now, at this point, your question might be, well, what exactly is there to do here? Especially considering that there is quite a number of houses around here. Now, for starters, if you make your way all through here, basically to like the highest point of the island, you're gonna find this NPC right here called the Treasure Appraiser. Let's say I want to go ahead and appraise my wave piercer over here. Let's talk to him, then click on I'd like to appraise this, where he mentions that it's going to cost us 30,000 in order to be able to appraise this. Go ahead and press yes, and this mini game right here is going to begin. Oh, bro, I almost made it to the end. There we go. I actually went ahead and finally did it successfully. And if you notice, now my fish is a lobster big wave piercer. And it even went ahead and increased the size of it, obviously. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Kind of an interesting little mini game. Nothing really too crazy, but definitely wanted to start off with showing you guys that, since it is something that could easily be overlooked. The next thing is obviously going to be a brand new bestiary. So if we open up our bestiary here, you'll notice there is a treasure island, a pretty good amount of fish, and it does look like there is an exotic one here as well. If we go through all the fish here, they're actually pretty cool looking, not super insane and like unrealistic. So it's definitely kind of refreshing. We also have like a gemstone whale shark over here, but the exotic is a goldfin octopus. I'll go ahead and really quickly, at least on the higher tier ones, click so you can see what the different baits are. I know that is something that's interesting to a lot of you guys, especially if you're chasing after something specific. But yeah, there you guys go. Now, of course, we need to go over the 2 brand new rods, that being the treasure rod as well as the merchant rod. Now, for these 2 new rods, let's make our way back over here to the second sea, where basically first we're going to look at the treasure rod. In order to obtain this one, that crazy man over there, once you basically complete his entire quest of going over to Treasure Island, he will reward you with this rod. Stats on this are 70% lure speed, 130% luck, 0.12 control, 5% resilient with infinite max kg. Aside from that, every catch has an 8% chance to summon a coin fall effect, where particles basically fall around your bobber, and every single time that you catch a fish while this is happening, it's going to have the gemstone mutation. Now, to my understanding, it isn't really the craziest mutation. It only has like a 6x multiplier. I'm going to see if we get lucky and we actually get it here so I can show you guys what it looks like. So I just caught a gemstone crest scale. It didn't really do the animation, so I guess that's not working inside of the test server right now. And I actually just got another one right there. There was some type of like coins falling, but it was so faint, I didn't even see it. Either way, that's pretty much it. Nothing really too crazy, just sort of like an all right rod, I guess. Now here's the merchant rod. This one is actually pretty cool looking. It's kind of unique. It sort of looks like a shark tooth, or I guess a megalodon tooth. Stats on it, I really am hoping that these are sort of placeholders and they're going to change. But it says 75% lure speed, 60% luck, 0.05 control, resilience 18% with an infinite max kg. And at the bottom it says has a 7% chance to create a whirlpool, allowing for random bait to be caught, which is kind of interesting actually. Although I will say this much, at this point in the game, it does sort of feel like bait is kind of like whatever. Everyone pretty much has an infinite amount of bait at this point. So I will say it isn't really the most useful passive ability on this. Oh God, no, please. We're not doing this right now. And the server shut down. Okay, wow. I've never been saved more by a server shutdown. So here we are inside of the whale. In here, we'll find obviously the whale merchant, which he is sleeping right now, unfortunately. In the event that he was awake, then he would be selling the merchant rod. But yeah, if you notice, once you're inside of here, there is a countdown back there that's going to show you once it's leaving. In the meantime, you can just kind of hang out, really. There's nothing else much to do besides maybe just fish for a bit, which thankfully, now that I am inside of here, I can show you guys that there is a whale interior bestiary as well. Mythical for here is a giant moray. We also have a bearded toadfish, which the bait for that is also whale bait. The rest of these have no preferred bait except for just the legendary as well as the mythical. So yeah, 2 brand new bestiaries on top of the fact that there is 2 brand new rods. I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm glad they switched it from tornado to rain. Tornadoes are actually pretty rare to spawn. Rain is definitely a lot more common, and I wonder what are the chances for this guy to actually be awake. Either way, I'm going to take the portal here really quickly just so I can show you guys again what that looks like. So there he is right there. If you notice, he spawns sort of like right next to the main camp area here at Isles of New Beginnings. Just go up to it, then click on travel, and it'll teleport you inside of the interior. Now that we've pretty much gone over all of the new stuff, let's also talk about the fact that they might be potentially bumping up the server limit to 20, which is kind of interesting. You're either seeing right now when this video goes live that the servers are at 20 max players instead of the previous 15, or maybe they just failed and it's still 15. I don't know. Besides that, you'll also probably notice on the bottom left-hand side that this is a double XP weekend. So if you're still trying to level up, make sure that you guys take full-on advantage throughout this entire weekend. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the Carrot Island is still the best for XP right now. I haven't really tested too much in the Treasure Island. Maybe it's going to switch. And now for sort of the ending, we're going to go over the shop. Already, I'm seeing something that I completely dislike, and that is the brand new bundle. The boat in the bundle looks really cool. I'm a big fan of this whole new design that they're doing. What I'm not a big fan of is the fact that there is 30 golden tentacles inside of here. I've said it before, one of the things that I hate the absolute most about this game is the fact that they added a Robux bait. There is no easy way of putting it, no way of sugarcoating the fact that that is 100% pay to win, regardless on the fact that it isn't even that great of a bait. With the introduction of the second sea, there's so many other baits that are now way better, but still, don't like that. Either way, here are the stats for the whale ski: 245 speed, 80 steering with 0.9 acceleration. I'm not too sure if I'm able to actually spawn in a boat here, but we're going to test it out right now. If not, we'll just leave really quick. Oh, dude, it's so tiny. What in the world? I thought this was like a full... Oh, but this thing is like insanely fast. It sort of reminds me of like a chairboat, kind of. This is actually super funny. So yeah, obviously 1-seater, or wait, I take that back. It actually is a 2-seater. There's no way they managed to fit 2 people on this thing. Anyways, for the second boat, it is still going to be the puffer knot, so that hasn't changed at all. Now for the 3 brand new skins, we have the Devil's Trident for the Trident Rod, Forgotten Doodle for the Rod of the Forgotten Fangs, and the Galactic Tentacles for the Kraken Rod. Starting off here with the Devil's Trident. Obviously, I'm going to be a big fan of this, considering my favorite color is red. It's a shame, at least to my knowledge, no one really uses the Trident Rod. If you do, then I guess this is for you. Over here, we've got the Forgotten Doodle on the Rod of the Forgotten Fang. Kind of cool. I do like the fact that it's like white and sort of like really bright, but because of this you can't really exactly see the full design of it. I can see that there's like a fish with an open mouth down here, but besides that, it's really difficult to see anything. Not really for me, but maybe somebody will like this. Now we end things off with the Galactic Tentacles on the Kraken Rod. Obviously the coolest looking one. Don't really know of very many people that use the Kraken Rod right now, but for those of you that are collectors out there, if there is any even still left, This is definitely one of the more cooler ones that we've had recently. So there you go. That pretty much is going to go ahead and do it for this week's update. As you're watching this video, I will probably be live. It really depends on what time you're watching this, because I will be live this morning with the fish update, technically only for like an hour or two. And then we're jumping right into the Grow a Garden update that I'm really excited for. So be expecting pretty much like triple stream today, because we're also doing Bubblegum Simulator, and more than likely be expecting triple uploads as well. Either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that it helped you out. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Take care.